grew up in Delaware, in Fairfax, and I've been here, I'm 31 now, so I was here for the first 20 years of my life, and now I'm back, which has been really wonderful while I've been launching Edge of Seven, my new nonprofit. So Edge of Seven is designed to connect American volunteers with service projects in developing countries. Specifically right now we offer projects in Nepal, India, Thailand, and Cambodia. And my background prior to beginning Edge of Seven, I worked for an educational travel company connecting high school teachers and students with tours around the world. And there's a lot of demand now. There is a real shift in our country's focus to international service. A lot of teachers want to provide their students with that opportunity if they're going to go to all the effort of taking students abroad. So that's where my interest came from for Edge of Seven, and then I traveled for 5 months conducting research and working with different non-government organizations, NGOs in foreign countries to develop the concept of Edge of Seven. And now we just completed our first project in Nepal to build a primary school in a rural village. So we're just getting, it's a pretty challenging task to build a school in a rural village in Nepal because the resources we're so used to using and take for granted just aren't available. No cement trucks. We finally got a wheelbarrow halfway through the project, and that was a huge win. So it's very, very manual. We had a great architect who was a volunteer on the project from Austin, Texas, who designed a phenomenal school, pretty simple, and yet that was still really hard to build, quite frankly. So we had to make a lot of concessions along the way. There were a lot of morning meetings with compromise and we'll trade you bricks for this, or but the essence of the school, I think what Travis was trying to create was something very airy, very spacious. Heat is a big issue in this region of the country, so he was trying to create, he has like 4 windows per classroom and 8 windows in the community room versus the old school which just had 1, so it didn't get much light, didn't get much air circulation. So this school, we're really trying to design something that's livable, that kids can really focus on their education rather than the elements. The next step, our next big project is in Nepal, in the Everest region. So it's very exciting to be near Everest in Nepal. That's what it's known for. And we're going to be building a women's shelter. After grade 10, many women in Nepal drop out of school because the colleges are too far from their home and they have to walk a day and a half to get to the school, so it's just not realistic and they end up dropping out of school. So what we're going to do is create a women's shelter in the major town of this region so that 30 women will be able to continue their studies, and we're going to also develop a scholarship program to help those women afford the shelter. So that will begin November 8th in Nepal. We'll have at least 2 volunteer groups to start, so for the next 4 weeks after November 8th. So if people want to get involved, certainly they can come to Nepal with us and volunteer their time. If that's not an option, which I know it's difficult, to get away for that long, we are fundraising $22,000 for the building materials for this project. Edge of Seven is raising 60%, and the community and the non-government organization that we're working with in Nepal is raising 40% because they're equally as invested as we are in this project. So you can go to edgeofseven.org and we'll have a fundraising page that you can go to donate.
Okay.